We're
Good
live.
morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. The one and only V The Guerrilla economist coming to you live on this edition of CUSS with Gus. And we have with us the man of the hour who needs no introduction. We are talking about the silver-tongued Grecian himself, the one and only, the most prolific social commentator of our generation. And he is Gus Demos, folks. And you can find him over at perpetualassets.com. Perpetualassets.com. Do not let your 401k become a 101k. Do not let your wealth go up in flames because you thought that NVIDIA is a $10 trillion company. Get a hold of Gus Demos over at perpetualassets.com and take your financial life by the balls. With that being said, Gus, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good.
I want to screen share what you shared with me and CJ. This is so perfect, man.
It's all over. Not just that one, but there's another one I saw on Amazon for Whole Foods where you get EBT lobster tails delivered to your house.
Look at that.
EBT, dude, it's fucking.
I hope everybody in the audience sees that. This is the square box that Gus highlighted here. You can notice it is SNAP and EBT eligible, edible underwear candy, flavored panties. Lingerie G-string.
You could use your government-funded EBT card that we all pay for like dummies to eat your Haitian girlfriend's pussy out with edible underwear. Yes, it's dude, bro. Come, no, listen. It's very rare that I'm taken back by like a number that'll kind of officially be released. When Elon Musk ran Doge, that number kind of surprised me. The number when he's like, "Oh, there's millions of people over 200 years old collecting Social Security." I'm like, "Oh, that might be a scam." That's odd. And so when you see 42 million, you're like, "Wait a minute, how is unemployment?" How do they tell us the official unemployment rate is 4% if 15% of the country is on fucking food stamps and fucking welfare? So it's like you're slowly starting to unravel that everything we're saying about this whole fucking system being fake, then all the numbers are fake. The country is nothing but a big fraud. It's just a corrupt fucking fraud of Ponzi. That's the poor, and this isn't even me picking on fucking immigrants, but that 42 million, they admit it's doubled in the last 4 years. So
it's almost it's almost at 100 million, bro, that are on food stamps.
Bro, it almost coincides perfectly with the immigration inflow. Yeah. So the last 4 or 5 years, you see the immigration inflow explode. So, and some people say, "Oh, it's 30 million, it's 40 million, it's 50. We don't even know how many fucking people are here."
That's also, people are saying it's closer to 100 million illegals that are here.
I don't know.
Because they've been giving us that 11 million number for the last 20 years, man. Since the Clinton years, they've been giving us, 11 million.
Bro, I don't know the number, but the fact that, of course, the immigration explosion coincides perfectly with the EBT fucking welfare doubling.
Yep.
And you're like, and then they dove into the numbers deep, and they're like 50% of Afghans, 45% of Haitians, or you see all these, like, these people aren't even, let me get this straight. These people, they fucking come in, they get medical, fucking housing and food paid for. Dude, I'm going to say this as respectfully as possible. I've done research. The entire companies that we know and that we get involved with have done so much research and diligence on a fucking tax-paying gringo getting a second fucking passport in numerous countries. It doesn't matter if it's Central America, South America, Europe, the Middle East, Dubai, wherever. Bro, we need to cut them enormous checks, bring in capital, create jobs. Could you imagine knocking on the door? Forget El Salvador. Could you imagine knocking on the door in Guatemala or Honduras and saying, "Hey guys, I'm going to come in. You're going to pay for my house. You're gonna pay for my fucking mangoes, and you're gonna fucking pay for my dude. They would laugh you. They wouldn't even laugh at you. They'd probably fucking kid. I don't know what the fuck they would do, dude. Every other country on planet Earth makes you bring capital to the table, and even then, there's a waiting period. Like, dude, the Greek government. I need to produce fucking my father's like military records from the 19 fucking 50s. Like, this is all in our fucking government, the empire,
the empire,
the empire, in an effort to fucking get rid of whitey in this country and make it a perfect, permanent woke welfare state, imported every single fucking welfare queen that was willing to make the journey. And you're almost like, dude, I've said it before, like, it's starting to be really mystifying that we're all just looking at each other agreeing to pay taxes. Like, why are we still funding this nonsense? Like, at some point you're like, holy shit, this is all fake.
It's the
like,
patriotic thing to do, Gus.
Bro, it's fucking amazing. 42 million people we are feeding that, and half of them just got here. Like, really?
Yeah.
Bro, my buddy was telling me like a couple weeks ago, he pays like $2,000 a month in health insurance for him, his wife, and his 2 kids. So this they're paying $2,000, just the taxes, the this, the that, and they're letting some fucking Jamaican get off a boat and get edible underwear for his girlfriend. Like, what the fuck is going on here? But it's
edible underwear for his white liberal blue-haired girl that he's shacking up with.
Bro, they're so desperate to get rid of the middle class. They're so desperate to get rid of the any threat to their power that they are willing to import like low-level con artists to, and guys, honestly, at this point, do you even blame them? Do you even blame like the immigrant coming over and saying, wait, let me get this straight. He's probably like, he or she is probably like in disbelief a little bit. Like, let me get this straight, dummy. You're gonna do this, and all I need to do is vote for the dementia guy or whatever. Like, it's like, this is totally fine, no problem, fantastic. So when we say it really is just, this whole thing is fucking like a fake Ponzi. It all just is. Yeah. Like, there's no other way to look at it at this point. 42 million. That's like, I think Argentina's entire population is 60. 42 million is like, that's California. What's Nick, you would know better than I. What's California? 50 or 52 or something like that? Like, what was the question? The total population of California, is it like 50 million, I think, or something?
Oh no,
like
I think
it's
past 60, but I'll look it
up. Is it? No, not that it's relevant, but like just to let someone kind of get their hand around that number.
It's like it's 40 million, but that's
who knows how accurate that is.
Exactly.
The guys over in the certain neighborhoods are not answering the door for the census takers.
No.
Oh fuck no. And the question is, how much of that? This is a known model. I eventually found out in El Salvador, one of their biggest business models of the whole country, the whole economy, was remittance coming back from the U.S. So it was very common among Mexicans that would work in the kitchen 30 years ago. So, I grew up in those kitchens working with those people, and they would come in from Mexico. They would work in, New York or Los Angeles or Chicago or wherever, and they would just send the money back to Mexico. So they would live by themselves, their family's still in Mexico, and they would just send money back to the family to build a house, and they would eventually go back to Mexico and fucking retire or whatever. So the point is that you're extracting money from the tax base to send them all for like votes and to dilute Whitey's power so Hitler never rises or something. Like, I don't know what the grand Jew plan is here, but like, bro, you had that lady. I sent you the clip last night. That fucking bitch is like bragging about it. She's like, Jews invented the grand. Jews are behind the whole New Deal. This woman is sitting there bragging about it, and her only grievance. dude, play that video.
I
Like,
have it.
dude,
I'm bringing it up right now.
well, it reminded me of it's exactly like the fucking, the movie goes, I don't understand. They're confessing. And you're like, no, they're not confessing. They're bragging.
Yeah.
Like, play this
go.
video.
Here we go. Listen to this.
According to John Fetterman himself, his Zionism puts him out of step with the rest of his party, which, I'm sorry, only 13% stand with Israelis against the Palestinians. This is a party whose grassroots is right now captured by the left. And so Zionism does not have a future in the American left. The Democratic Party's relationship with Zionism depends on whether it's willing to repudiate that far left. And the thing that makes this so appalling is that Jews built the left in this country. We built the labor movement. We broke the New Deal. 70% of the lawyers who worked on civil rights cases were Jews. We've been at the forefront of every liberal and leftist issue in this country.
Wow.
The absolute chutzpah of saying, you're not welcome here. You know what it reminds me of? When they banned smoking in bars. I was a smoker, and I was so outraged. I was like, if there's going to be a turf war over this, surely the smokers should have gotten the bars, okay? And you can so easily imagine a counterfactual in which the left in America said, wait a minute. We can't oppose Zionism because we would lose our beloved Jews who have been there with us at the forefront every minute that we built this movement. We have to find a way to make sure that Zionists still feel welcome. We could never do that to them. And they didn't do that. They did the opposite.
Now,
she has some serious chutzpah.
Yeah, she's a bit better write a note that she's not suicidal.
Let me translate that for those of you who don't speak Jew. And again, if you corner one of them, you're like, is it Yiddish, or did you guys, is Yiddish Eastern European? Is it Hebrew? Whatever. The point is, what she's really saying there, and it's important you guys translate their speak. What she's really saying there is, we imported these people. We got you blacks super pissed. We got you women super pissed. But you were never supposed to turn it on us. You guys were only supposed to be weaponized against whitey. That's exactly what the fuck she's saying. If you really translate what she's saying, she's like, we were behind this, and we our lawyers for 100 years, we did all this fucking crazy bullshit. But what she's really upset about is that it's pointed back at them now. That's what she's saying. Because their sole purpose for doing all this bullshit, this feminism, this immigration, this black has to hate white, and all this bullshit, was to instigate fucking chaos and race war and the sexes hating each other. It was never supposed to be turned back on the Jews. And she's saying, the audacity of you ungrateful fucking goy.
How dare you fucking peasants.
How dare you fucking goy turn it back on the masterminds of who created this strife, this chaos. We were supposed to go unnoticed. Like, that's really what they're saying. So and if you reach the point in the story where they're like, again, like I said from the movie, they're not confessing, they're bragging. Like, we own your party. You're all, and I've said it repeatedly. It's evident from the voting, like none of the voting, but you're right. When you look at who's the lawyer behind it, who's always the man behind the curtain. Yeah, it's them. It's their oligarchs. It's their media. It's their banks. It's all of it.
I don't know, man. I think Haji and 7-Eleven is a bigger threat to the United States, bro.
Apu?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
I think Apu over at the head of Google and Patel over at Microsoft, they're a bigger threat.
What are you talking? What are you talking about? Stop with the talking like this, please.
42 million. Let it sink in.
Well, I think, okay, so the before we move too far,
42 million. What do you mean? Oh yeah, well,
the food stamp, but
that they're admitting to, which it could be a lot.
Well, not only admitting to, but what did you think? What kind of society? Dude, I've been saying it for a long time. The society they hope to create is that of literally vaporize the middle class, oligarchy living behind fences or walls or whatever, and then just everyone else is a fucking peasant. They're trying to make us the third world, and which they've successfully done throughout Europe. Like, I won't even go back to fucking Paris. I won't go back to London. Like, fuck that. For what? Like, no fucking way.
I mean, you don't want the rich cultural experience of London, man. I mean,
well, the irony is that it's almost like, as I told you a couple of months ago, I'm like, what is the end game for these people? Because I see it on X or Twitter all the time now. It's like, it'll be some Jewish guy that's leaving France or England because he doesn't feel safe there anymore. And he's moving to Israel. And he's like, I'm leaving London for Israel. I don't feel safe here. I'm like, motherfucker, this is your doom.
Well, that's the look. It's
that's the ultimate irony. Like,
how much wealth has left the UK now? It's insane,
dude. Like I said, I don't see, even if you're in the ruling class, I don't see why you'd want to live in a situation where, dude, imagine having a fucking $20 million condo in Manhattan or whatever. Like, and knowing that if you go downstairs, you can't even fucking wear a nice watch or something. Like,
oh yeah,
why you have to have,
you can't drive a nice car. You can't do shit.
Bro,
did I tell you guys what happened when I was in London last time?
Oh, dude, this is a nice story. Listen to this shit.
No, this is 2019, late 2019 too.
Before it got really, really bad.
Yeah. So I had my wife there. We were staying in a decent hotel in like Kensington, which is a nice part of town. It wasn't like we were not staying in the slums. And two things happened. One, the first thing that happened was some guy tried to get into our hotel room in the middle of the night. And, and long story short, I did like an Uber Eats. We're jet lagged. I'm hungry. And I did the wrong thing and put the actual hotel room number on the order, which you're not supposed to do. So this guy tries to get into our hotel room. I hear this knock on the door. It's fucking 4 a.m. I'm asleep. And I get up and I go and I look through the peephole and I can't see. I said, what can I help you? Whatever. And I'm like all drowsy. He's oh no, there's reception. No, can I come in? And I'm like, reception's a female, first of all. And I said, what? What do you want? And he goes, this reception. May I come in? And now I'm pissed. And I'm like, no, you may not come in. And I'm looking through the peephole and I see this guy pull his hand away from the peephole and walk down the hall. And then I see him go out the front and get in a car and go away. Some big dude that fits the description of all the people who don't belong in London, being delicate here. So the next thing that happened,
bruv. It's not looking good.
It's not looking good, bruv. And so, and I, whatever, I ended up talking to Bobby the next day. They called Bobby's cops over there and whatever. I got to see the security footage and he did that to us. And then he's like trying every, door on the way down the hallway. And next thing that happens is I go, and the cop tried to talk it off. Oh, maybe he was just drunk. Maybe he was trying to get into his friend. I'm like, no, dude, that's not, what are you doing? Why are you excusing this person? The next thing is we had been on London Bridge. And the day after, we drove to this nice place called Bybury, and I'm looking at the news. And the day after we're on London Bridge, this guy shows up with a freaking explosive strapped to his chest, and, screaming "Aloha snack bar," and
snack bar.
Two guys got to fight him off, and you can't make this up. One guy has a fire extinguisher because you can't have guns there. Yeah. The other guy is a chef. And he fights the guy off with a decorative narwhal horn. You cannot make this up.
I have
this
one of those.
London. This is London. Like London. This is, by the way, Kensington and London Bridge by the eye. Like this is not supposed to be like that. And that's the story.
Well, I've brought up this numerous times, but a great litmus test for me. Quite a few countries in Europe, and I've been to Paris before I ever went to Rome. Paris was my favorite city in the world for a long time. And this is Paris of 20 years ago, not Paris now. But a litmus test for me was, and I would come back and try to explain it to people, having gone to Paris 5 times, that you could see starting, if you take a time horizon of 20 years, and you go to Paris 20 years ago outside the Louvre. And the amount of tents, like vendors, like Arab or Middle Eastern or African tents that's selling little gay souvenirs. 20 years ago, it might have been one, and he would have been kicked out by the cops eventually or whatever.
Yeah.
Every trip, as each trip goes by, three to 5 years pass, you would see 1 tenth become 5 tenths. 5 years later, that 5 tenths becomes 20 tenths. You go outside the Louvre now, it's like a tent city. Like, so you could see the gradual importing become fucking more and more, escalate more and more rapidly. So this was not a hard thing to spot until the last trip I went there was, I think, 2019, and I'm like, I'll never go back here. This is not what I signed up for 20 years ago. Like, this place is shit. And it just got more and more. And London's no fucking different, bro. This isn't. People have made the case before, and it's true. The people migrating into European countries and many times into the United States are not the best and brightest of the, like, so you're not, let me put it to you like this. Doctors and engineers aren't taking a raft into Italy or Spain. They can just get on a fucking flight. So what you have is the downtrodden of those countries. Doesn't matter if it's, in our case, in the United States case, it's usually the Caribbean, Central America, South America. And CJ might get sensitive at me pointing this out, but yet you don't have engineers sneaking through Tijuana. Like, they don't have to do that. It's true. It's fucking true. You think the mathematician is crossing at El Paso? No, he's just get on a fucking plane in Mexico City. So what you really have is future welfare recipients, people with nothing to lose. Piven. But dude, fighting age men, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's clear as day. If you want to come over legally, you could, get a visa. You could, and again, especially if you're qualified. And it would make the West no different from anywhere else in the world. Singapore, I don't even know the number. Singapore, when I researched it 10 years ago, was getting almost impossible to get into. Like, the amount of capital they want. I bet it's even worse now. They're like, fuck you. Like, hire 100 people or fuck off. Like, so the fact that the West is like, no, we want every single welfare queen on planet Earth imported. Dude, it's obvious. I mean, get the fuck off. It's so obvious.
Didn't you find out, like, Gus, you were directly involved in this. Didn't it get harder to get into El Salvador as well?
100, dude. His Bitcoin golden visa was $1 million. He wanted. I don't know what it is now. This is like a year and a half ago. But when he first announced it, he's like, "Oh, we have a Bitcoin program for citizenship," and I'm like, everyone waited to see what the number was going to be. It's $1 million. $1 million fucking dollars for a country that lives on bananas and mangoes.
Yeah.
But the point being, it's just an example. He got exaggerated, and even at the time, even when I owned property there, my argument was, bro, for $1 million, I could live in fucking Dubai. Fuck you. Like, it's an absurd.
$1 million, you get a golden. You for $500,000, you can get a golden visa in Dubai.
Well, that's what I mean, and it was a donation, not even investment. So that's another difference. Like, there's citizenship by investment, citizenship by donation, citizenship by hereditary, etc. And $1 million, and he just wanted it as a donation. I'm like, this guy's fucking crazy. Like, so it's not that he's crazy; it's that he wanted. The effort was all to keep losers out. We don't want fucking losers here. So I get again, but $1 million was too aggressive. But dude, no country in Central America, South America, Asia is gonna let fucking losers in. Like, fuck off. And people even in the Middle East have talked about this. Like, some of the, I forgot, I don't know if it was the Saudi royal family or maybe it was the UAE. He was like, yeah, you guys are getting all our losers. Keep them. Like, you think we're letting the
and he basically said, you think the troublemakers more than we do.
Bro,
and that's the thing. You think our losers better than we know our losers.
They opened up their prisons for their losers to come to the West. They know.
It's a classical Castro move where, if anyone remembers the first half hour of the movie Scarface, It's exactly what Castro did. He just took he unloaded the jails, put everyone on a raft, and shipped them off to Miami. And the opening of Scarface is them, coming in the whatever late 70s, maybe it's early 80s. I don't know. No, because Carter was still president, so it must have been late 70s. So again, it's a pretty smart thing from their side. Imagine if we did that too. Imagine if we took all of our maximum security prisons and let them loose in Mexico. Like they might have a problem with that. But yeah,
they won't like it, Gus. They won't like it.
He says,
right, dude, it's retarded. They would set up machine guns and just start gunning them down. No, this is it, dude. It's what's hilarious about it is they've made us numb to it or used to it, where we're all just still playing along with it and blah, blah. But I could tell you, as even somewhere that's red, like where I live, there's no way to sugarcoat this. I could tell it's become darker the last 2 years. And by darker, I'll be specific for you. It's Haitians, imports, and Jamaicans. I don't know if they built Section 8 housing around. No, there's something.
Haiti's a prosperous country in the Western Hemisphere. What are you talking about, Gus?
Well, it's not. It's not just the color of their skin. It's the fact that Haitians don't speak fucking English. So it's that's how you know if you're sitting next to them in a grocery store. It's not that there's a black person. It's like no, there's a black person speaking some off Creole French. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. So yeah, that's how you know what's going on. So there's been the imported. The plan is quite simple. I mean, dilute when you go back to like the original literature of melting pot and this and that, they feared nationalism rising so bad. So those are the two different philosophies of how we control the population and the goy from the Jewish perspective. The one Jewish perspective is the Zionism, like we can't trust any of these countries. Let's prop up the homeland and we have somewhere to go. Shit, it's the fan. And the left Jewish perspective, the Bolshevik Jewish perspective, is we just need to dilute every single race in the country, and therefore no one race could rise up and expel us.
They can fan the flames of racism when they want to have a conflict. V and I and Vels were talking about this last night. Like they get the one color mad at the other, and that's what that video is about that you put up. She's upset that we dare turn that on them.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Their goal, the Jewish left, the Jewish Bolshevik goal was always to be a hands clean instigator. So we want to instigate chaos while keeping our hands clean and never for you to notice it's us. So the minute that's why I think the reaction to the last 2 years caught them off guard because they never expected Whitey to team up with woke, and not even team up. It's just to notice that, hey, maybe we all have a problem with this fucking genocide in Gaza. Maybe we all have a problem with and that's when they lost the same minorities, the same feminists, the same gays that they spent all this time rousing up to get Whitey. When they lost those people and then they immediately pivoted to Whitey to save them, Whitey started noticing who's been writing the anti-white books for 15 years.
Yep.
Schwartz, Green,
Menowitz,
Stein, Silver, Applewitz. You're like, wait a minute.
Kleinbaum.
You've been importing all these people to attack us. You've been getting our wives and daughters and sisters to hate us. And now you want us to go bomb Arabs for you? Are you fucking crazy? So that's their worst nightmare, that their goal has always been instigating amongst everyone else while they just pull the strings and, in the shadows. And now people have noticed who's been pulling the strings and who's been instigating. That being said, you're never going to get. Our solution is, listen, you can't function with 50 million imported people. You're never going to team up fully with everything they've done. The tranny mindset is never going to team up with someone of our mindset. Yes, we all have the same puppet master and overlord, but we're never going to agree that you should be dancing naked in front of kids. Like, that's never going to fucking happen. So I don't. That's why it's curious how it's going to look in 5 or 10 years. I don't know how it's going to look. You know, it doesn't matter. I don't think it. There's no way they're going to get rid of all the people they brought in the last 5 years. There's no fucking way. It just the numbers are mind-boggling. You'd have to get rid of fucking 5 or 10 million people a year. It's just not happening. So what is the solution? The system just breaks, under its own fucking weight.
Yeah.
But
the problem is what happens on the other side of the break, right?
Well,
ask yourself, and I don't know how valid this is, guys. Maybe you could speak to it better. Forget about by force. If you cut off the perks, all of it, how many would voluntarily go back?
That's
So
okay. So that's the key,
that-
right?
That is the key. That is the key.
Right?
Yeah. If you take away the ability of any type of housing, any type of welfare, any type of food stamps, any type of medical, any type of employment, quite frankly, how many of them voluntarily cross the border and go right back? I don't know. I have no fucking idea. But with an incentive structure, they have no reason to. Dude, it's a scam. Imagine us three could go to fucking Colombia or something, and they would pay us, and you just go there, you register, and quite frankly, they might fucking just take the benefits and leave. Like, so that's it. That would be level 10 scam if you're like, we of these 42 million, 10 million have already left, but we're still paying them. So yeah, I don't know how many you could voluntarily leave. Someone mentioned it, and I think it's probably the best idea. Even if the government were to reopen, if the Trump administration was serious about fixing this shit, or our politicians ever wanted to get serious, there should be an extensive audit. Everyone should have to apply in great detail monthly for these benefits.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that makes sense. Like,
No, they in England, they dropped everybody off benefits at one point. It might have been the whole country or London or whatever. Fuck, I don't know. UK, whatever it was, only 2/3 of the people got back on. So
That's what Giuliani did in New York City.
Yeah. Okay.
You'd have to. It was welfare to work program, and you had to show up. You have to keep reapplying. You have to keep validating.
Mhm.
He literally reformed it, and now it's all undone. But the model is there. It's there, like what you said, Gus. It's there,
and that's cheap. That's like free.
It's call it a questionnaire or a prove this or prove that, but no, dude. When you have the amount, our issue, quite frankly, is just fraud. It's corruption. It's fraud. You've said it over a decade ago, and it's so true. The rich have a scam. Bezos is expensing his super yachts.
Yep.
Pedro and Shaniqua are fucking scamming food stamps. So it's like, okay, everyone has a scam except for the middle class.
Everybody has a hustle. The rich have a hustle. The poor have a hustle. It's the middle class who gets literally fucked in the middle. Basically.
They don't have the loopholes. They don't have the CPAs. They don't have the lawyer. It's the guy earning.
They're still thinking that there's a place for me if I just play by the rules and
it's
cross
totally
my T's and dot my I's.
It's totally normal to give 40% of your money to the government and to pay $2,000 a month in health. It's totally normal not to save any money because it's being extracted by parasites. It's totally normal. Like, and by the way, you can't even complain. You can't complain about your overlords enslaving you. You can't complain about thugs carjacking you. You can't complain about anything. You're basically a tax cattle, like a fucking dumb tax cattle. Shut the fuck up.
And I mean, just look at people are complaining about the beef prices as of late here. Look at what Trump did, right? We just bailed out Scott Bessent's bond market buddies, man. $40 billion to that,
dude. That's the biggest fucking scam in the world. That's just burning money. Yeah. The only question is, what did they get for it? I saw the JP Morgan executives were on a private. That was actually a great fucking. They're like, someone brought it up and goes, 4 JP Morgan executives flew to Buenos Aires on 3 different private jets, and they all left the same day. So if you really want to see the real power and fucking corruption, the bank flew 4 people to a meeting with the bankers and government and treasury over there, and they took fucking 4 people took 3 private jets, and they all left the same day from Manhattan. Why not just get on one jet? I don't know. Why? maybe they're having an orgy in the back. I don't know, but it's pretty fucking telling. And yeah, dude, that's just burning. The only caveat is maybe that bought them permanent allegiance. Argentina is now like a vassal state or a slave state to them.
I have a little color on this. So the first thing is 20 billion of it was only to be allowed to stay there if Milei and his people won their elections. So if they didn't win, then that 20 billion would go away. The other end of it was the other 20 are going to come supposedly from private equity, not from the government. But we all know what that means. Like private equity investment ultimately is a tax on the people, but technically it's not coming from government coffers.
No, the thing is, with everything we've seen, even with this 42 million people on food stamps, even after we talk about Israel's welfare every year, even if we talk about 200-300 billion to Zelensky, like 20 billion, maybe that's a bargain to make Argentina a slave state. I don't know. So the point is that these numbers, even the numbers coming out of the video today, it's like, oh, it's worth the number
5 trillion, Gus.
It's not real money anymore.
Cards.
Yeah, it's not real money. One company's bigger than Germany. Like, it's like, okay, dude, it's none of this is real anymore. It's all Fugazi. Like, okay, they have 20 billion. And do I think it's right? Of course not. But it's put it in the bucket of another scam we're living with. Dude, it's like I said, man. It clearly, from any objective measure, dude, it's a collapsing empire. Like any way you look at it, the corruption, the decadence, the delusion, the currency debasement, it just goes on and on and on. Import all the fucking savages to change demographics. Blah. Okay, great. It's just a fucking collapsing empire. That's it. And we could complain and point things out, but I've said for a long time why I think all of us kind of look at other options in case shit gets bad. How the fuck we get out of Dodge? It simply might be inevitable. Between the money printing and the debt and the demographics and the culture and all this shit we talk about, it's like, it just might be inevitable. You can't, an average citizen in Rome couldn't really do shit in 352 AD. And we're like, oh, the Germans are already at the gate, motherfucker. It's done. Like, it's over. You know, you can't.
The barbarians are at the gates.
Yeah, the Germanians are at the gates. It's over. Like, so it might be inevitable, and it's not even black-pilled. If your historical, I don't want to use the word knowledge. It's just more perspective. It's just. Can you put it in perspective in historical terms that empires are cyclical, and nothing we see here is that of a rising or plateaued empire. It's all of a collapsing empire, a declining empire. The manufacturing's gone. Everyone's a fucking feminine homo. You have the kids' names are changing to Mohammed. It's like, okay, let's fucking be done with what's next. Let's go. But years. What is it? Decades happen in weeks, and sometimes nothing happens.
Yeah, there are weeks where nothing happens, and then there are weeks where decades happen.
To quote another clever Jewish man, Lenin. Yes, that is accurate. And yeah, we can't feel it all the time, or we're like, oh, this is all hyperbole. But when you take a step back and you look at it like that, you're like, yeah, this is. Nothing collapses. I think everyone has this notion in their mind that you wake up one morning and gold's going to be 100,000 or this. No, it's. I mean, all those things are coming true, but it's not an overnight thing. There's not always a black swan that causes. A lot of it's just, depending on the time perspective, not linear, but it's exponential. Just again, dude, the food stamps have doubled in 4 or 5 years. That is exponential. It took us It took us 250 years to get to 20 million people on food stamps, and then it took us 4 years to get to 42 million on food stamps. That's exponential. So if you pull the chart back, you're like, oh yeah, this is happening. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know what the fuck any of us are doing anymore, because it's the only thing
so
that
fucking fake. But don't worry, man. Jared Kushner has an amazing plan to revitalize Gaza. You know,
what's he gonna do? Is he gonna start a hedge fund on the Strip?
How did you know? He told you the plan?
Does he have a private equity firm coming in to sell dick pic technology?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Russia's new cruise missile? That's a fucking game changer.
I did not. No.
It's called the Berezhnetov, right? Which is, I spoke about this on Monday. You know, Trump's like, I'm gonna put 50-year-old Tomahawk missiles and let the Ukrainians have it, right? So Putin's new missile, check this fucker out. It is a stealth cruise missile that has its propulsion is a micro nuclear reactor, so it doesn't run out of fuel. They did a test where it flew 15,000 kilometers.
Really?
Yes, and theoretically, it could loiter in the air for months. Once they launch it, it'll just loiter in the air for months.
It hovers.
It just flies around.
Yeah, it doesn't hover per se. It can fly like in a circle.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Loiter. And it's hard to find
because it's never depleted of energy.
Exactly. No. A fucking game changer. This is like something out of sci-fi, bro. A micro nuclear reactor propulsion technology. But we have dick pic apps. Don't worry.
The people have been pointing it out relentlessly the last 2-3 days that of the S&P, 490 of the companies are doing shit. The entire economy is 10 companies. Like it's
10 companies selling and buying their own stock.
Dude,
Nvidia
is 14% of the NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Just think about that right there. And I pulled it up. I pulled up the ratios this morning. Well, I started looking into it last night. I'm like, how many employees do these people have? And I think the number was 30,000. So you're a $5 trillion company with only, dude, UPS just laid off fucking 40,000 or something. Like, so I think it's.
Well, that's a good sign that the economy is winning, bro. I mean, don't you
the math
winning?
The math is for every 110 million in market cap, they have one employee. 110 million market cap per employee, which is the most inflated, crazy, insane fucking stat of all. Like, it blows everything out of the water. Facebook, Amazon, etc. But the layoffs have started. Like, if you look at the last 3-4 days, it's UPS, it's Amazon, ciao, bye. Like, gone.
600,000 people from Amazon getting laid off, and everybody's and then 30,000 management.
Food stamps 42 million. Everyone's getting nuked. It's like,
you're getting tired of the winning, Gus.
I'm
so much winning. You're getting tired of it. You're gonna say President Trump, please stop with the winning.
I'm more intrigued with what it looks like in 5 years. If there was all this talk of, we're bringing manufacturing back. I'm like, when? What exactly? Yeah, who? When? What?
Dildos.
Well, all these tech companies.
We can barely make toilet paper, man.
Giving $200 billion promissory notes that's not really jobs. It's like that's all Fugazi again. So, no, bro, it's I don't see it, and people have been like, November 1st, when they stop, you're going to see the rioting and looting. I'm like, I'm kind of used to it now. Like, I don't give a fuck.
What's going to be so different as opposed to the summer of love?
Good luck with that. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. I don't, again, time horizon, timing is always the bitch to predict.
Yeah.
But something, I'm telling you, I don't think I'm alone. Something's got to snap here soon. Something. This can't go on. There's no fucking way this can go on forever. No fucking way. With all the chaos, all the money printing, something's got to give.
Well, you're
Which
kind of
might-
worrying V because he has a lot of money put into Grinder now. So I mean,
Hey, man, I'm a majority shareholder.
OnlyFans, bro. OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That being said, this might explain all the fucking shit with the Venezuela shit going on. Maybe, like, I've been trying to figure out. I'm like, of all the timing going on, all the shit, all the chaos in the world, why the fuck are they trying to fucking start shit in Venezuela now? And
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe they're trying to distract. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to distract us from a domino about to fall. I have no fucking idea.
They're trying to kick off some sort of war that doesn't vaporize them in the process. So the Russian thing is not going to work. The Middle East is not going to really work out to their favor. Now they're looking at Venezuela, and now Wagner, the Russian private military group, they just showed up in Venezuela along with a couple of Russian bombers. So I don't know how that's going to fare as well. You know,
I wonder if this is like the Grenada thing in the '80s where they freaking lost their ass somewhere. That's like the guy that just lost the fight. He's walking away from losing the fight, and he sees like the wimp on the way and just fucking cold cocks the wimp on the way home just so he could feel better about himself.
Yeah, bro, it's possible. I'm like, okay, stealing the oil, that's kind of always in the background. Yeah, they want to steal the oil, they want to steal the mining, they always steal it, and stealing for 100 fucking years. So that's kind of the obvious thing. But with all the other house fires going on right now, it's like really? Like, and maybe you're right. Maybe Russia, the Russia-Ukraine thing was such an embarrassment. The Israel thing made everyone in the world despise these fucking people. Like, so between those two events, maybe they're looking for what they perceive to be a quick win. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, maybe. Like, oh yeah, we got their oil now.
They need that story of we went into Venezuela and we took out some of the worst drug dealers. They're terrible people.
Bro, the Russia story of the last 4 years might be the most embarrassing. Now, there's a million embarrassing things in the last 10 years, whatever, the riots, the COVID, all of it. But the shit they were talking, that they were going to steamroll the Russians and the Russia was going to collapse.
Oh, yeah.
And that this and that. And Ukraine could win. And okay. They look like such dumb fucks. Like, it's so, these people, our ruling class are just such a bunch of fucking faggot, like it's all just fake faggot bullshit. And it's like everything, even when they get proven like pathological lying fucking retards, like they still parade these people in front of us, like to take them seriously. Like, Putin's going to go down and eat pain now. It's like, really?
Yeah. The Russian economy is collapsing.
Are you sure?
Yeah. They're begging for help. They're collapsing.
And then someone goes into Moscow and films the sidewalks. Like, this is the most beautiful place on earth.
Quick, take that off. Tucker goes there and like, this place is gorgeous.
This place is amazing. That's what I'm trying to tell you, though. Like, it's almost as though the propaganda is gotten so. Yeah. It's gotten worse. It's not even worse. It's just like mindless, fucking stupid propaganda.
They're just not trying anymore.
No, it doesn't matter if it's CNBC or Bloomberg or CNN or Fox. Like, they're just all like retarded. Are they just at this point? Is there only sales pitch left for like the 80-year-old boomer?
No, that's it. It's the only one that nobody. Gen X is like woken up. The millennials have had it a while ago, and Gen Z's realizing thing. And forget Gen Alpha. The Gen Alpha's like they've already they're not even bothering with these assholes.
Yeah.
Out the gate. Gen Alpha's like they can give a fuck. They're like
they're yeah.
Well, it's because, guys, like, ideology apart, it doesn't matter if you're on the left or whatever. Like, it's impossible to observe the last 5 years. I'm like, oh shit, our institutions are trustworthy. Like, oh, the media, the government, Hollywood, like, it's all legit. Like, and Harvard. Harvard has told us racism is more dangerous than the virus. Like, dude, the population is fed such low aptitude fucking cow shit that you're like, oh yeah, everything's just it's just a lie. It's late stage empire fucking. So anyway, Guys, I gotta finish the birthday cake for my daughter.
God
yesterday,
bless,
so
bro. Enjoy.
thank you, dude.
Happy birthday to the lady, to the little girl.
It was a fast year. The year flew by.
Jeez.
The days feel like decades, but the year went by quickly.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what they
when
said. The
I had
days are
my
long,
first.
but the years are short.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what V said when I had my first.
Oh, dude, it's 100% true. Like my back's hurting every day and this and that, but like when you blink and you're like, holy shit, she's a fucking year old now. Like it flew by. It flew by.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, until next week.
Have a good one, man. God bless you.
Thank you, brother. Cheers.
Cheers. And with that being said, folks, we're at the end of the show. Keep it locked and loaded right here. We'll be back tomorrow. RogueNews.com. Take it away, Cowboy.